Cancel her trip and establish boundaries. Forgot a washcloth. Okay, hello friends, we are starting with season 2 now that we're all prepped and ready to go. My face is a palette ready for Sarah Michelle Gallering. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick outfits, jewelry, etc. I know one outfit already, I've already got it planned, and that is the outfit Buffy wears in What's My Line Part 1 and potentially Part 2 as well, but she wears the iconic green plaid flannel that she also wears in Ted, I believe, over her overalls, and usually I would go with the Ted overall look, but I don't have overalls right now. They're in storage. Hello? They're in storage back in the United States. I just moved to Europe, so... But I've got this shirt. This was my dad's, and then it was my mom's, and now it's mine, and I love it very dearly. And with that, she wears a blue tank top. Hers has thick straps, but underneath this, I think it's gonna work just fine. And we're not going for exact recreations. Oh geez. We are going for getting the vibe of the ensembles of Miss Summers. For goodness sake. Okay. So we've got that, and then in that she's also wearing some cool toned cargo pants, which I have a plethora of, considering I had limited suitcases to bring stuff over. I really went ham on bringing my cargo pants, because Kim Possible had too much of an impact on me as a child, okay? I love a good green cargo pants. So these are the 3 that I have. I also have ones that kind of resemble sweatpants, but I'm only going to bring those out if these ones don't work, because they're more of like a gray tone, and hers are more of like a cool toned green, and I think the green will go better with the flannel. So I've got these 3. First one, I've had these the longest. They're from Garage, and they're just a nice classic. Let me switch the doors so you've got a blank canvas to hold these up against. They're just a nice plain cargo pant. So yeah, got those. And then I've got this pair. Oh, this is also Garage. This is more of a, they're thinner and they're more like utility looking, I guess. They've got these kind of drawstrings on them instead of the more casual ones, and they're 100% cotton, which is really nice. I like them a lot. And then finally, I've got this pair from, I believe, American Eagle. Yeah, and I got these right before I came to Europe last time, so in the summer of 2023. And these have gotten a ton of wear from me. I think these might be the ones, to be honest. They've got kind of like a 90s, early 2000s fit to them. The drape of these, I think, is going to be the best. Especially with these two. Like, I just think that's going to be the nicest one in comparison with, like, this, which I think is a little too warm toned, and then this one, the first pair, which is all not too warm toned, but I think the style is going to be wrong for the fit of this. So I think we're going to try the American Eagle ones first, and see how that goes. And then, of course, I also want to do the Buffy Becoming outfit. The, like, black shirt with the cross pendant, if I have my cross pendant, and the tight pants. I think that's what we're going to go for. And if you notice, I'm not pulling shoes because I'm very cleverly not going to show my feet because I had to leave most of my shoes in the US and I do not have the shoes for this project. So let's pull stuff for the Becoming look. Also, one of the things I really love, especially about early Buffy, especially like season 2 Buffy, there's a lot of outfits that are kind of like repeat bases. Like, she wears, if not the same, then almost the same plaid shirt in both What's My Line and Ted. And then she wears a black long sleeve shirt with the sleeves pulled up in Ted underneath her overalls. And then she wears a black long sleeve shirt in Becoming in one of the Becomings. I know she wears it in part 2. I don't know if she wears it in part 1. I don't remember if the Joyce thing is in part 1 or part 2. But, yeah, so there's kind of like a mini capsule element to some of her style in season 2, which is really nice. So let's go ahead. I've got some different long sleeve shirts with me. Let's see here. This one is a turtleneck. That's not going to work. But this one, which I think is just going to be too loose and too boxy. I don't think any of my black shirts have a low neck. The closest thing I probably have to the neckline is this navy blue Henley, which I don't know if I can pull off for the for the specific Becoming look, but we can always try if the need arises. And then I've got this old, I cannot even read what the brand name on this is, but I think it's from maybe Target like a billion years ago, and it's just a like tight black t-shirt. I think this is a contender for the Becoming shirt, even though it's not a low neck. It's very much a like very, very modest scoop neck. It's not a scoop, but it's like a modest scoop. I don't know. But I think that this might give the vibe anyway because it does have a very 90s cut to the garment. So that's a contender. This is a contender. I don't think I have any other black shirts. We gotta look through jewelry because I've got to see if I've got the cross pendant, because I do have a giant cross pendant that I bought when I was 17 in the height of my Buffy obsession. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull down my box of jewelry and we're gonna hunt through that and try to pull a couple things for season 2. I'm thinking some hoops. I'm thinking cross pendant and maybe a couple of rings. I'm not sure. I brought most of my jewelry, but not all of it, so I'm not sure what I have here yet. I haven't unpacked my jewelry because I don't have any jewelry organizers here, so you're gonna be coming with me to figure this out. Okay, I had to change my shirt because I was getting way too hot. I forgot that we need to talk about pants for the Becoming look. So let me pull up a reference picture of Sarah. Yeah, okay. In the Ted episode, I think she's wearing the exact same shirt that she ends up wearing in Becoming. which is so interesting. I love it when they reuse pieces in television. I think it makes it so much more like grounded. She also wears a very similar look in season 1, which is this right here. I'm gonna save that. And then if we can find season 2 one. I actually had the picture of Sarah in this top from season 1 with the sunglasses, the pink sunglasses, as my profile picture for all of my accounts, my Lunchtime Be Damned accounts for like, God, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. So whenever I see this picture, I just think it's me. Like I think, oh, that's me. It's not. But it's funny because the first time my mom saw that as my profile picture, she asked where I got those sunglasses. Yeah. Sorry, my mom needed something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the first time my mom saw that profile picture I used to use of Sarah, she asked me where I got those sunglasses, and I just looked at her. I was like, Mom, that's not me. Because it has been a running theme, a running opinion in my household that I look like Sarah Michelle Gellar, which I think becomes more apparent with makeup. So we're gonna try that. I could freaking find this. It's a really similar, if not the same shirt. It's like a long scoop neck with some tight little pants. I thought they were black pants, but I guess they're brown. Or like a taupe gray kind of color. I don't have anything quite like that. But I think we could go for a pleather pant and get a somewhat similar effect. I have a couple of different ones. I have, let's see here. I have this pair, which is fully pleather, and then I have this pair, which is like a normal pant material on the back and a pleather on the front. I wear these for my Shadowheart cosplay, but I think these could work really well for season 2 Buffy, because it's got that good balance of elements that she has between like dressed up and casual wear. So I think I'm gonna try to go for these. If these don't work, I'll go back to the drawing board and see what I can do, but I gotta work with what I got, and this is what I got. So we'll try that. I'm not gonna put those with the other clothes because I don't ever want to have to experience trying to get wrinkles out of pleather clothes. So now that we've got outfits sorted, let's go over to jewelry and scavenge in there and see what I've got. Okay, so jewelry time. Let's see what we can see, huh? Is that horrendously crooked? It is. It is horrendously crooked. Okay. I also have this little plate of jewelry. This is a lot of the stuff I wear pretty frequently. So we can look through that as well. I've got a bunch of rings and stuff, and I know that I'm going to pull this one when we do season 1. Because what was that? It was a stud. Okay. Because I know she has a very similar ring in a kind of like see-through purple. Okay, this is potential. It's not the, oh my god, I found the one we're looking for. Oh, I was just gonna say it's not the one we're looking for, and then the one we were looking for is directly underneath it. So this is what I was looking for this whole time. I like scoured Amazon back in 2017 trying to find the closest thing I could to the cross pendant that Angel gave Buffy. And this is the closest thing I could find. So that is what I was looking for. That is our like season 2 ultimate item of truth. And then I've also got this one, which I think also suits the season 2 vibes. So maybe we can do that with the green outfit if the silver one is not suiting it properly. I'm just still going through things to see if there's anything else in here that we might want to use. I think this is most of it. I do have, I made this like a billion years ago, probably in like, God, 2018 maybe? 2017? And I made like a little paper version of Anya's like Vengeance Demon necklace from season 3. Oh my god, memories. But yeah, so I'll keep that out too in case I do like an Anya thing. But yeah, those are also good season 5 earrings, season 5 necklace. Yeah. Okay. Oh jeez. Alright, I'm getting tangles. We should stop this nonsense immediately. Oh god. Okay, my desk is an absolute disaster now. Alright. I gotta go figure out what to do with all of this. Send help. I haven't been feeling very well today, so I've just kind of been taking it easy and mostly like laying in bed on my phone. If you hear like nature sounds, I've got a video playing on YouTube. It is very, very much night here, and we very much have very loud dogs in our neighborhood. This is basically today's progress. Is we got our season 2 outfits picked out, and we got some of our jewelry sorted. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to have a cozy evening and just kind of hang out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really tired if you can't tell. I still have to be awake for a while because I've got to get like another cup, one of these cups of water in. This is my favorite cup to drink out of. My aunt got it, I think, from her college in like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, and my dad was very neurodivergently obsessed with using only this cup my entire childhood, and then I inherited it when they moved to Europe, and then I followed them and took it with me because it's the only thing I like to drink my water out of. But yeah, this is the special orange cup with its faded ass like design you can't even see on it anymore. My mom lovingly calls it Cancer Cup. She hates it with every fiber of her being, and used to tell my dad that if he didn't get rid of it, she was going to take a shit in it. She never did, obviously. And now it's mine, and I will guard it with my life. Where the hell am I? Oh, okay. Okay. Will I be able to read my notes in here? Only time will tell. Okay, page... What page? Wait. I keep losing my place. 39 and 40 of notes. I think I might have to give up and turn on the light so I don't absolutely kill my eyes. Okay, 39 and 40. Ugh, the ambiance. No. Okay. Alright. Trying to find somewhere quiet, she found herself eyeing a space beyond the edge of the ballroom. There was a balcony that looked more removed from the rest. There were no tables or drinks or revelers in sight, and she hurried forward towards it before someone new swept her into more questions she didn't feel clever enough to answer vaguely. She startled herself as she made it to the space, racing to the balcony's banister. What? She startled herself as she made it to the open space, racing to the balcony's banister to look out over the billowing clouds, only to catch sight of a dark figure in her periphery. Not peripherals, periphery. Is there a mosquito in here? Stay away from me. From the almost shy look of him, he seemed to already be enacting his own version of her plan. it's loud. She huffed an awkward laugh. It is. He shifted, looking back into the ballroom and frowning. Oh, but he was handsome. He wasn't overly tall, hovering somewhere around or just under 6 feet, a wild mess of dark curls and pale skin that was almost luminous, like moonlight made flesh. He could be nothing other than a god, and a kind face. One she hoped wasn't a trick, wasn't attached to a terrible, twisted story. She felt a smile come to her face, unbidden, when he returned his gaze to her. Would you like a turn in this quiet hideaway? Oh, I wouldn't banish you from it. I'm happy to share. Or leave, if you'd like. The company of one is much more agreeable than the swarm. He seemed surprised by what exactly Corey couldn't fathom a guess. I love their first meeting. I'm so glad I wrote that. That's my first time reading it back since I wrote it. And now, page 39 and 40 of my notes are Artemis and Corey talking. Okay. Time for corralling these lines. I feel like I'm having a little bit of trouble pinning down exactly who I want Artemis to be. Yeah, okay, I guess I do know what I want our characterization to be. Ingy! I'm gonna have to edit a decent amount of my talking out because I think I'm giving too much of my story away. Am I having writer's posture? Am I being a gremlin? It's not a railing and it's not a wall. A balcony's edge makes it sound like he's leaning like over the balcony's he's leaning against the balcony's banister's the wrong word. I used banister earlier. I don't think that's what it's called. I know that like the banister on stairs is what that is, but I don't think that applies to like a balcony shelf. You know, I don't know what that is. Okay, Google time. Parapet to a balcony, bridge, or terrace. Ooh, ornamental parapet. Oh my god! No way! Okay. A parapet is a low protective wall along the edge of a roof, bridge, or balcony. And the balustrade is a railing supported by the bolsters, especially when forming an ornamental parapet to a balcony, bridge, or terrace. Fuck yeah! Balustrade is the word I was looking for. Yay! I love it when I find things I'm looking for. Is that how you pronounce that?
Balustrade.
Balustrade. Please forgive me. Okay, save and break time. We got one of the notes done. Hell yeah! It only took, like 32 minutes. Good morning, everyone. I've been hard at work getting the audio clips we need for filming the first section of season 2 in our little plaid green shirt and cargo pants. As you can see, I've got my editing software open. I don't know why, but Premiere is doing this really annoying thing where it's just like when I'm trying to watch anything on here, so hopefully I can fix that before I need to edit the actual filmed footage, because oh my god. And I don't know why it's having that issue, because Google says that issue can be from your computer not being powerful enough to run the software or process the clips, but I used to edit these same exact files on my old computer from like, God, I don't know, 2008. And on top of that, this computer can run Baldur's Gate 3 at full rendering, so it should not be having this issue. So I don't know what that is. So far we've got Buffy Wakes Up Krabby. These are the actual file names I've chosen. Buffy Wakes Up Krabby, 2x01. Campaigning for Bitch of the Year, 2x01. I've Moved On to the Living, 2x01. And What's on Saturday, 2x03. I believe next on our clip list is the fight with Ford in 2XO7 Lie to Me. I quote it all the time. That's how you know I'm tired. You don't have a good choice, but you have a choice. You're opting for mass murder here, and nothing you say is gonna make that okay. That whole thing. You know, when he's like, oh, sorry, Summers, did I ruin your righteous anger riff? I love that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show, so of course I've got to try to do it. And then, of course, the Buffy and Kendra meeting, and the devastating scene from Innocence, where she's like, Angel! And he's like, I'll call you, because I'm evil. Oh, the scene in the car with Buffy and Giles. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film that one, but I'm going to try. I have kind of a wacky, crazy idea for that one, because, you know, she's right next to the window of the car, and it's covered in rain droplets, and so I was thinking I have a giant glass panel in our shower it's covered with little water droplets just like that. And maybe I could put something on the other side of the glass, like something dark, to make it seem, not like a shower, and just sit up against that and film in the bathroom. I don't know. I want to try to get creative with this. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film today. I might only get, like, one clip done, if that. I want to try putting more effort into my cosplay videos, not just doing them on, like, a plain white wall, with, like, whatever lighting I have in my room, like, actually try to make it look really cool. I've tried to pick clips that I can very well isolate Buffy, where it's, like in the Kendra part I chose, I start the lines after they're done fighting, and after they're done, like, interacting close to the face, because I want it to still read as, like, believable, in the sense of, like, you're not missing anything by me doing it by myself, because, yeah, I don't have anyone to help me on this. So, but I did run the outfits past my mom, and she, my mom is also a Buffy fan. For context, she's the one that got me into Buffy, and she likes my choices, so I feel extra vindicated beyond my own opinion. But yeah, the editing software is really bugging the ever-living crap out of me. Honestly, like, I don't even know how I would do this if I didn't have the show basically memorized. I used to do this thing on social media. I used to kind of be, on Instagram, people used to kind of call me, like, the big sister of the Buffy fandom, which was really cute, because I was one of the older members of the fandom. That was a time when a lot of new people were coming in. When I started my account, a lot of other new people were coming in as well, and a lot of those people were a lot younger than me. I was, like, 17 or 18 when I started my online Buffy fandom stuff, and people used to do this thing where they would be looking for a clip from the show, and they would only have, like, an image off of Pinterest, and they'd send it to me, and they'd be like, hey, what episode is this from? And I'd be like, oh, it's, you know, season 2, episode 13, about 20 minutes in, because for some reason my neurodivergent brain was like, I'm gonna memorize every scrap of this show, and apparently it has not faded all too much over the last, like, 2 years of not engaging with Buffy very much, which is very convenient for my editing software being annoying as shit. I love chocolate milk. Let's just get some more editing done. Zoom you in. Whoa, so cool. Look at you looking at my screens. Exporting them as individual clips so that it's A, easier to put back into my software when I edit these clips, and also when I do the, like, filming for it, I'm not having to, like, scrub to like the middle section and then it's like not getting it perfectly, blah blah blah. It'll help with consistency basically. Clearing it out, and then, oh, I forgot, yeah, I also did this Buffy Angel scene. I don't know which of these I'm gonna end up actually doing. Cradle. Creature of the night. Boyfriend. 2x09. Done. Oh, hold on. I need to ask my mom for the silver cleaner. Silver polisher acquired. Okay, because I have the earrings I want to wear today, but they are super crusty, dusty, tarnished. I believe in you. You can focus. Come on. Come on, I know you can. So good. I'm so proud. Okay, so, yes. Anyway, let's get back to work. It occurs to me now, I should probably check and make sure these are all working okay. Okay, that all looks like it's going all right. Talking to Angel, being all like, oh no, I'm so scared about Drusilla. Open an office supply warehouse? I don't remember what the line is. In Vegas. 2x13. This is pre-Angelus, pre-sleepy together, pre-soul going whoop. I'll call you. He's such an ass. And again, this is just the ones I'm planning on filming in the, whatchamaffucking-call-it. the green plaid shirt and the cargo pants. Someday maybe I will have the energy and resources to try and recreate all of her outfits perfectly. But so far, we do what we can. Okay, clear in and out. We are done with these clips. And Kendra the Vampire Slayer is going to be the first one I film, I think. And then, I really want to film the, this one, the, I'll Call You. My god, he's so mean! The Vampire Slayer. I love Kendra so much. She's so cute. Okay. Good. And now I'm gonna sit here. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to, oh my gosh, I'm gonna take my nasal spray because it's yelling at me. I know I need to take my meds. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take my nasal spray and I'm gonna learn my lines. I have two scenes in particular from the Buffy series that I know I want to try to act as well. I want to do the scene at the end of season 2 where Buffy's talking to Joyce. It's like, you can't stop me. And Joyce is like, oh yes I can, and like grabs her and she pushes Joyce back. I want to try to act that scene. I've always loved those lines, and it's a pretty popular one that I've seen people do as like a monologue. And then the other one I want to do is from season 6, when I do season 6 Buffy in the future. And it is the I Was in Heaven speech that she does with Spike behind the magic box in season 6. I used to have that one memorized for acting class purposes, you know, when you need to do a monologue. I had that one kind of ready to whip out, so hopefully when I do film season 6, I will be able to re-memorize that a little easier, but I want to do lip-synced versions of both of those, and then with both of those I also want to do an acted version if I can, because I miss acting. I was going to college to be a writer and an actor, and I've been really sick the last few years, and I haven't been able to do any acting, and I really, really miss it. And yeah, I mean, I'll be acting with all of these, but I miss acting with my face and my voice, because the last few years especially, I've mostly either done, you know, lip syncing to something, so it's just my face doing the acting, or I'm just doing voice things. So it's just my voice and no one sees me doing the thing. So combining the two again would be really nice. I love all of the different versions that we can do now. Especially with TikTok and all of that, you know, the lip syncing acting being popularized. It's very fun, and it's very nice to be able to use the audio from the things and have that be kind of like an accepted form of like cosplay content. I think that that's really, really lovely and super fun, and I enjoy it a lot. It's also a lot of pressure off of me emotionally because acting is very, very vulnerable, and then acting and then posting it on the internet is mildly extremely terrifying for me, because I've pretty much only ever acted in smaller settings and not where technically anybody could see it, so you know, it's just a process of facing my fears. Also, it's so hot in here. I don't know if my computer's just running really hot, or if like it's really hot outside because my door is open, because I was airing my room out this morning because it got really stuffy. But oh my god, this is what happens when you move to a tropical climate. It's literally the end of January. It's January 22nd, and it's like probably 70 degrees out. I need to take, I'm wearing like full-on pajama pants. I need to stop this nonsense. Okay. Wish me luck. I gotta go learn lines and other things. If I was saying other things and I didn't finish my sentences, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna learn lines and polish these little buggers. So, okay. I'll see you later. The next time you see me, maybe for makeup? Maybe I'll do makeup while learning lines too. I don't know. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, so my dad is sleeping, so I have to be a little bit quiet. And my mom is at the store, which means I get to film out here in the big mirror, which is really nice, much better lighting than my bedroom. So, oh, I need my phone, and then I will be back to do the makeup. So the first step for me in doing my makeup is usually putting in some eye drops, because my eyes are dry. I stare at screens all day, and makeup makes them drier. So, doing this. Also, sorry if you hear background noise, my neighborhood is really noisy. I'm just putting on some lip balm to make sure my lips don't get too chapped before filming. The first step in doing this makeup, I feel like, is going to be getting the face structure right. So I'm going to do like the Sarah Michelle Gellar part of the makeup first. And I'm going to bring you guys up just a little bit because I am sitting on my knees. Are you guys even straight? I think so. I think it's just the angle that makes it look a little sideways because the mirror is... Anyway. Okay, so Sarah and I actually have pretty similar noses. We're both Hungarian, and we both have like the hawk nostril thing and the little bump on top of our noses. Hers is just more angular than mine. So, yeah, I'm going to start with the cheek color, and then I'm going to do all of the like sculpting to try to make my face look a little more similar to hers. I'm using a peachy toned blush because that's A, what looks best on me, and B, because that is predominantly the kind of color that Buffy rocks is more of those peachy, summery, I've been in the sun kind of corally colors. This is the first time I've filmed doing my makeup since I was like 16 probably. So it's been a while. Let's see, let's experiment. Okay. So, Sarah face. This is the image that I'm using for reference. It is Buffy season 2. I think this is when she was bad, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I am mistaken. She just has that very early season 2 hair, so I think it's confusing me, but we're gonna use that for Sarah reference. I have 2 contour cream palettes. I'm gonna use the cooler toned one because I've realized that the warmer toned one is much more matching my hair than my skin. So I'm gonna try the cooler one today and see if that makes me look less orangey. I'm very, very pale at the moment. All right, so she's got her divot lower, like where I have, but like more pronounced. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this darker color and scooch it in there. And then obviously the nose. Oh, excuse me, the nose. So I've got to contour the edges of my bump and then highlight next to that. And I'm just using my fingers because I don't know. I'm using a shade lighter now as well. And luckily she also has a really thin nose bridge, so I don't need to do too much with that. I'm just adding a little bit of color because she is a lot tanner than I am and her nose has a lot more color than mine. She's got those nice I'm exhausted eye bags, so I'm gonna use a little bit of that darker color again and just go right under here and then blend it up towards my lash line like that. I've been sleeping a little too much to look like I've been staying up all night slaying vampires. And then, didn't even notice she had like a freckle on her cheek there. That line right here, I'm not gonna get rid of my beauty mark because it's really, really hard to do. God, her eyebrows are so thin here. We're gonna have to ignore that. She has her lips filled differently in season 2 than she has them in the other seasons. They're a little bit higher right here along the sides. So I'll do that when we do lipstick. I think I'm just gonna contour the edges of my jaw just because I'm filming, to be honest. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna do highlights now. I'm gonna do highlighter last. So I'm taking this super pale tone. It's the palest one in this thing. And I'm gonna just hit that little, because hers is like flat here where mine is like still kind of rounded on her bump. And then hers kind of goes more into like a snake head shape than mine does. And then the shadow pulls right here. And then I gotta blend that. Okay. Decent, I think. Okay, and then we've got the really 90s highlighted brows. So I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do highlighter later as well. And I think that'll also help just like the general structure of things. She has a tiny bit of shading just here on the side of her cheeks. It's more of a bronzing than anything. What does that look like? That is still darker than my skin tone. Cool, we're gonna use that one. It's this one right here, if anyone's curious. I am so pale right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello, be warned, I'm filming in the living room.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm filming in the living room, just so you know, but you are totally cool to come out here. You should not be seen unless you walk towards the mirror. Good morning.
Where's your mom?
Store. A little bit of paler color in the center of the forehead. And now, methinks eyeshadow. Okay. I feel so shy filming now because my dad is out here. So, season 2 Sarah tends to rock a really, really bronzy eyeshadow look. And I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I used to do it all the time when I was younger. I even did it for my high school graduation. So, luckily, I think I have all the colors I need in this. I'm just going to use a lighter bronze, a medium bronze, and a dark bronze for this. And maybe a little bit of a red metallic towards the edges, but we'll see what we're kind of feeling. I was hurting my ankles, guys. You can totally hear my dad, can't you? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, for this next part, I am gonna do a dark brown, which is somewhere in my palette. Oh, it's this one. This is the darkest. What am I doing? This is the darkest brown I have. And I'm gonna use that for this part. And I'm just using like a really tiny angled brush for all of this, by the way. And I'm gonna go underneath here. And I'm gonna hit the bottom of my tear duct with the brown, angling it up like that so that it looks like my eye is doing a little bit more of that, like hers is. I think I'm gonna dust a little bit of that darker brown just right here. Because I don't know if it's her hooded eyes or if it is the eyeshadow look, but it is darker just right here. Okay. Cool. Nice. Eyebrows? Eyebrows. I'm gonna try using this one. It's kind of like a taupey medium brown. But if that doesn't work, I'm gonna just switch back to doing this super dark brown, which is usually more so what I would use for my eyebrows. Oh no, that'll work fine. This taupey brown is totally okay. And my eyebrows are a lot smaller than they used to be. I think I grew into my eyebrows because they used to look huge on me. I used to look like I had Brooke Shields eyebrows, which I loved, but at least I can do character makeup from the 90s easier. Now, like bright fluorescent Barbie pink color to start. And I'm just gonna just along the edge. And then I'm gonna use the peachy pink right here. And I'm gonna do the same thing right over top of that. And then I think I'm gonna use some of my blush that I used over my lips. I think that did okay. Our Cupid's bow is pretty similar. I'm not gonna fuck with that because I want my mouth to be able to move really well and not have to think about a distorted lip kind of situation. So I think I'm just gonna toss some clear lip oil over this. Okay, and now highlighter, like actual highlighter. I think that's good. Ow. So I think this clip might kind of be our best bet. It's a decent size and it's kind of 90s looking. So if I turn to the side and you see it, I want it to at least look, you know, not completely out of sorts. Okay, we've got that. I'm gonna get dressed. So in this episode, she's got a pretty teeny tiny cross on. I don't have a really teeny tiny cross. So our two options are the purple and gold cross pendant I showed you yesterday, which I just put on a silver chain, and then the angel necklace. No. Immediate no. So it wants to hang all the way down here, but I think these need adjusting. I think I might be able to do something. I'm gonna try putting it all back. Jeez, that's a tangle. Putting it all back normally and then pulling the face pieces forward instead of... Ow! It's so bad! I mean, I think that's decent. What do we think? Am I recognizably Buffy? I don't know. You tell me. I think it'll be a lot more Buffy with Sarah's voice over it. I think I'm actually just gonna film right here. The lighting looks really good, which means I'll be able to edit the colors. Okay, in the bathroom mirror I picked out where I wanted this, and then I'm gonna use... should have opened this first. Crap. Some of these like plastic tiny hair ties to hold it in place. Okay. Okay, let's get filming.
Hell yeah.
I'm very nervous all of a sudden.
Liz, no one has to see this but you if it ends up looking embarrassing, okay? It's totally okay. Don't worry about it. Just do your thing. It's all good. You performed in front of, like, tons of people live, and you used to do public speaking, okay? You're fine. You're gonna do great. You sang Adele a cappella at 12, okay? In front of your middle school, who hated you. If you have the confidence for that, you can do this.
I believe in you, Pookie Bear. Also, okay, this is wildly off topic, but my mom picked me up some gummies at the store because I love strawberry gummies, and first of all, absolutely terrifying. Second of all, it's strawberries, toes, and bones. What the fuck is this? Like, literally, Like, it's not just weird packaging. Like, there are actual, like, gummy toes in this. What in the damn hell? I'm so confused. Are there bones in here? Yeah. Oh, and there's a shark. What? What is this? Hello, vlog. It's been a while. Ooh. Okay, I'm fine. It's been a while. I've changed back into jammies. I'm bringing the heating pad out for my mom because her back hurts, and I'm trying to download an older version of Premiere to see if that'll stop the like when I try to go through videos. We will see. Anyway, that's the update. I haven't taken off my makeup because I still don't know if the clips worked. Because I haven't been able to edit. So bye. So all I did was stick in an episode of Buffy that I've edited before on the software. This formatting has no issues in this program. My file is up to date. I just restarted my computer, everything. But if you watch the audio and the video, you're not going to be able to hear audio because I don't have speakers. I have to use headphones for this, but you can see it glitches back and forth like crazy. Like, do you see what it's doing? And like the weird thing is once you actually export the file, so like this, they run perfectly normal. So it's something in the software that's wigging out, and I can't figure out how to fix it, but it's driving me insane, so I can't edit like anything right now. And please help. I've tried Googling a bunch of things. Hopefully my dad will be able to help. He's tech guy, TM, but I don't know what the problem is. I've been Googling off and on all day today and messing around with things, downloading different versions. And this computer can run, by the way, Baldur's Gate 3 with like full rendering and zero lag. So it's not a compatibility issue. This computer is fully able to run very high powered stuff. I just don't know what's going on, and it's obviously not a Mac or anything. It's not running Apple software, it's running Windows. So any Windows users out there that can help a friend out, that would be greatly appreciated, in case my dad and I can't figure it out, because I'm struggling. Okay, you're not gonna be able to hear anything, but just look. Is it perfect? No, but does it not look terrible? Like, it kinda, for just being like a little fan-made thing in my bedroom, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna caption it something like, bringing a whole new meaning to the term self-insert.
Who are you?
Who am I? You attacked me, who the hell are you?
I'm Kendra, the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, one more time, you're the who?
I'm the Slayer.
Nice cover story, but here's a tip. You might want to try it on someone who's not the real Slayer.
You can't stop me. Even if you kill me, another Slayer will be sent to take me place.
Could you stop with the Slayer thing? I'm the damn Slayer.
Nonsense. There is but one, and I am she.
Okay. Scenario. You back off. I'll back off. But you promise not to go all wiggy until we can go to my watcher and figure this out.
Wiggy.
You know, no Kiko, no Fido.
I accept your scenario.
So, You were sent here?
Yes, by my watcher.
To do what, exactly?
To do my duty. I'm here to kill vampires.
I just wanted to document my outfit because I got all ready to go. And I look very cute. And I can't go anywhere because, my period cramps are so bad, so. That's also why I haven't filmed in like 2 days. Bye. Ow. So you saw what my outfit was. I've been laying in bed with cramps now, and this is the fit. My dad very lovingly calls this crotch frog. He's my little heating pad and the best purchase I ever made. This is actually my second one. The last apartment I lived in the US had rats, and they ate him. They tore open his little tummy, and because they're filled with like, I don't know about this one, but the first one, who was the same frog from the same company, but they're different now because they were bought like 5 years apart, I think. But the first one was filled with like lavender scented flax seeds. Oh, it was not a great time. So this is Froggy 2.0, and I love him very much. But yeah, this is the period fit. If you can't tell, the Advil kicked in. So I've just been chilling in bed. I just tried this, which is the I'll insert the Instagram clips. Hey party people, I'm in bed today with cramps. But my mom found Sunny Delight at the grocery store here in Portugal, where I'm currently living. And I've never had a Sunny Delight before. I've had Sunny D, which is the American version. I grew up drinking it, but I've heard that they're very different, and I'm very excited because Sunny D is like honestly kind of gross but super nostalgic for me. Oh, I did not think about opening this with my wrists. 1 second. Okay, that was more difficult than I'd like to admit, but ow. My wrist is having issues this week. But I'm really excited. I always find it interesting to try other countries' versions of foods I'm familiar with. So oh my god, that's really good. Oh, I'm gonna be obsessed with this. It is really different. It doesn't have as much of that, like, it doesn't really have any of that chemical aftertaste that the American one has. Like, it's not as, like, acidy afterwards, I guess. That's so interesting. It's kind of, oh, I'm almost out of time. Hold on. It's like if you mixed Sunny D with like a really good like orange juice concentrate. It's really good. I'm probably gonna drink all of this, which is like unheard of for me because I'm a water girly through and through. Holy shit, I really like this. It's actually like very palatable, very drinkable. Obviously, by me saying that I'm probably gonna drink all of this. That's really good. Wow, it's so much better than the American one. America does a lot of snack foods really, really good, but Sunny D is a questionable one. I've never really liked orange juice, but I always loved Sunny D as a kid, because it tasted nothing like orange juice. But as an adult, I like this quite a bit. And I'm always curious what the like same products taste like in different countries. I've mentioned it before, I think, but my parents are both world travelers. So they would always bring me back foods from all around the world. Sorry about the car noises. And it was just always really interesting when it was like in a... I've got period brain. I'm so sorry. Sometimes they would bring me back things that were similar to the United States, but different. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. It says Naranja, Florida. So these are still Florida oranges, but it's a completely different tasting drink. It's way better than the US one. And I say that as someone who's nostalgic for Sunny D, okay? I drank so much Sunny D as a kid because I hated orange juice, but I loved Sunny D because it didn't taste like orange juice. And then I tried it again as an adult like 2 years ago, and it was so acidy and gross. Like nostalgic, but kind of gross. This is just genuinely really good. It gives me that little like nostalgic kick, but it's not like the uber acid aftertaste. So I don't know, it's really good. Would highly recommend if you're ever in Europe, or I think the UK also has Sunny Delight, but would highly recommend at least the Portuguese version of Sunny D. Also, I think I might make Fig Newtons today because I've got this fig jam that I got at the store and it's so stupid good. Like, oh, I love it. Yeah, so I might do that today if my cramps allow me to do anything other than lay in bed and talk to this camera for like 5 minutes because I'm already starting to hurt again. But yeah, I wanted to tell you about this because if you haven't tried fig jam, go get some. It's so good. It's like candy. I love it. I mean, obviously if you don't like fig, you're not gonna like this, but I love it. It's so good. Oh my god. It's got the best texture too. I usually prefer jellies because I'm neurodivergent. I don't like stringy fruit chunks in my preserves. I just don't. But this, like the texture of the figs, it's so good. It's so good. It's like little little jelly bits, not like stringy fruit bits, if that makes any sense. So good. Eat fruit, like fig jam. Fruit jam. Eat fig jam. It's so yummy. So yeah, I might attempt to make Fig Newtons today. I haven't made Fig Newtons in like ages. But I have some different Bob's Red Mill gluten-free baking mixes. So I might try that for the cookie outside because I think I have like a biscuit mix that I can futz around with maybe. Because I used to get this one like flax heavy gluten-free flour from Costco in the US, and then I couldn't find it there anymore, but that's what I used to use for my Fig Newtons, and I've noticed that the Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour just doesn't quite have the same like grainy cookie oomph that Fig Newtons kind of need. They were definitely like co-op vegan-y Fig Newtons, but also I can eat egg now, and I can eat ghee, so potential for it to be very much more cookie-y with less effort. So I might try that because that sounds really good. So I don't know. If I do, I'll either show you or let you know. So bye! I cut my hair. How does it look? Do we like it? Can you even see me? Hold on. I was starting to rock a mullet in the back a little bit because I've been growing my hair out from like this short and completely shaved on the sides.
He's so cute.
It was finally long enough I could even it up a little bit. It's not like a haircut or anything. It's just like a trim, but it's also still wet. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff from Amazon today. The lighting is so intense.
It's so intense, I do not like it. Ooh.
Can I make that a little nicer maybe? Is that better? I don't know. But I got a bunch of stuff from Amazon. Because it's hard to find the things that you want when you're living in a rural area. But I got a couple craft supplies. I got a pack of construction paper. But it had no pink, which I think is a crime. So I got a pack of like pinks and purples as well. Because I do a lot of crafts and a lot of journaling. And then I got a big pack of it, like multicolored, different colors of embroidery floss, because when I did my book binding for my most recent journal, because I bind all my own journals. Here, let me grab it. Okay. The last few months, or last couple of years really, I've been doing these ones, which are just like paper that is quite literally taped together. Like, oh, I didn't put masking tape on this one. It's gonna be hard to see. Yes. Anyway, just take my word for it. It's like taped together, or there's like bits of other paper gluing it together. But now that my wrists are doing a little bit better generally, I sewed my next journal. It's very cute. But I had to use sewing thread and like quadruple it up, so embroidery floss. A little bit better for that. And I got some hair ties because my mom and I are always losing ours and fighting over them. And I got command hooks because on my bookshelves there's this like edge of the bookshelf that, ignore this, I was holding up a piece of paper. There's this edge when you first walk into my room. The door to my room is right behind you, and there's like nothing here, and I thought I would utilize that space for all of my hats because I have a lot of them. And this is here because this is going to be the Baldur's Gate 3 set eventually for the camp set. Anyway, so I got those. I got like sectioning clips and a sectioning comb, which I used to cut my hair earlier, and I got clear plastic hair ties for myself and for my wigs that I still need to style because I'm working on Jahira right now and I need to restyle my shadow heart, so yeah. Anyway, that's the updates. That's what I've been doing. Like, do you see the vision? I live in a tropical climate. This is the most impractical hat for living where I live in Portugal ever. Oh my god, ignore the mess of my room. I've been on my period for 3 days. It's been a long couple of days. I'm wrong side. I'm very tired and I'm very out of it, and my room is very messy and it's making my brain less happy. But at least I don't think I have an unintentional mullet anymore. The one like saving grace with having wavy hair really is just that like I can cut my hair a little bit messier, and especially in the back I feel like it hides a lot of the messiness because it's like the back of my head is curly and the front of my head is like wavy. So I'm doing my best. I'm trying to grow my hair out and it's taking so long. cutting your hair is all fun and games until you have like almost no hair left and you have to wait for it all to grow back out. I don't think most of this footage that I've taken today is usable. But if you see it in the vlog anyway. Hi. My parents' house is so monochromatic. Where is the color? I'm trying to face my fears this year a lot more, especially since a lot of them are like intrusive thoughts. OCD ones, like I have one that says I can't show any food that I eat on camera, or I'll be sick, and I have a phobia of being sick. It's, yeah, a really intense phobia. And so like I drank that Sunny D on camera earlier today, and then I'm eating little chocolate covered rice cakes right now. And I'm considering filming making cookies this week. So yeah. I'm trying really hard. I also posted a video of me singing into TikTok a couple days ago that I filmed back in November. And like I was just scraggly looking in my last apartment in America singing, and I didn't get any comments, which was nice. The internet can be really scary, you know, and so can the world. And I'm trying to, you know, people always say that if you want to find your people, you have to show up as yourself. And I always say that I'm showing up as myself because I'm not putting on an act anymore, but I'm also still hiding a lot of myself, and I'm trying to stop doing that this year, which the vlogging is also part of that. Just like, you know, it's still curated, it's still whatever. I didn't film myself in agonizing pain the last 2 days on my period, but because I don't need to share everything, you know, I can still have boundaries, but I'm trying to just like not be afraid of looking silly or worrying about how people might perceive me or whatever. I feel like so much of what holds me back is just fear. Like so little of it is actual like reasons. It's, you know, it seems in some warped ways logical, but in reality most of it is just being afraid that I don't know, that like, I think a big part of me is, oh, I'm getting emotional. I feel like a big part of me is worried that I will put myself out there and I won't find my people still, which I know isn't true, because in the small ways I have put myself out there in the last, God, I don't even, how many years has it been? 6 years? Jeez. Since I started my fan page, Lunchtime Be Damned, on Instagram, and started posting Buffy things, you know, I have met some of the most incredible people I've ever met, and I've also met some that didn't end up being right for me, you know, people who it didn't work out, and that's okay. That's just what having relationships and being around people is like. But I've met some of the most brilliant, amazing, beautiful people in the world, just doing things that I find fun. And like, 2 of my best friends in the entire world, Tina and Tilly, they don't even post fan stuff anymore. You know, none of us have met in person, and we talk and just really understand each other and mean so much to each other, and we've managed to hold this bond even after that thing that originally brought us together no longer resonates with the two of them the same way as it does for me, which is Buffy. You know, when I think of it like that, when I think of how many people, Sophie, Samantha, Tilly, Tina, just all of my, Tony, oh my god, Tony, one of my newer friends, you're amazing. And when I think of all of these people that I know, I just can't help but feel like it's so silly to be afraid. It's so silly. Because those people that I love exist in the world. I'm gonna find my people in person. I'm gonna find my people online. I'm going to find my people everywhere because there is people for everyone. And all that being afraid and not putting myself out there is doing is stopping me from reaching my future happiness, you know? And it's like, I always say on my Instagram, like, if you're new here, just know, like, I love making friends, because I do. I'm just very shy, I don't reach out as often, you know, when it's someone new that I think is really cool, and I'm trying to get better at that, you know, like I used to not comment on videos or posts, because I was like, no one wants to hear me say something. That won't mean anything, which is ridiculous, because as a creator, you know, as someone who makes things, when people talk to me in the comments, it's my favorite part. When people DM me, it's my favorite part, is talking to people. And I just, for some reason though, because it's me, I assume subconsciously that my doing that doesn't hold the same value as other people doing it does, which is so ridiculous and silly. I'm a silly little goose, because that is not a thing at all. There is space for me, and there's space for you, and there's space for everyone in this world. And it is so silly to think that your thoughts and your feelings and your actions don't mean things to other people, because I've had my online friends tell me how much me doing XYZ means to them. I've had people I'm not even friends with saying back in the day the way I participated in the community meant something. But subconsciously, somewhere in my hurt inner teenager, inner child brain, it's still convinced that, like, I am not as impactful or as important or as worthy as other people. And it's a subconscious thing. Consciously, I think I'm just as good and just as important and just as fascinating as any other person. But some deep hurt part of me stops me from doing things and tells me to be afraid. And that's not the way I want to live. I've been so anxious for the last few years, and on a much more personal note, I'm finally medicated, and I know that I'm neurodivergent, and I've reconnected with my family, my parents, and we're building relationships that I never thought we'd be able to have, because we understand all of these things about myself and them now. And I just, you know, my health has been getting a lot better, and I can only hope it continues to get better. I don't know if it will. You never know what life is going to bring, but I've been so sick mentally and physically for so many years. And for so many years before that, everything was a performance, and everything was just trying to get people to like me, because they could tell I was different, and kids are in pain all the time, and they take it out on each other. Anyone that looks different, anyone that looks vulnerable, they attack. And it sucks. And I hope it changes, and I hope it's different, but I don't know if it will, you know? And I've been putting in so much work over the last few years to move on from that and grow from that. But allowing myself to keep acting from this place of fear is keeping one foot still in that room with those feelings. I just don't want to be afraid anymore. I don't want to live in fear anymore. I'm tired of that. The world is hard and scary, and life is hard and frustrating, but it's also beautiful, and some people are wonderful. And just think everyone has something to offer. We all have our strengths and our differences. I was gonna sit here and quietly journal and just do like a time lapse of that, but I guess I'm having deep thoughts with all of you. I think that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to have a certain level of sameness. You know, there's the societal sameness that it's forced upon all of us, right? But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the even like the niche sameness of all of us feeling like, oh, this person's successful, I have to be successful in the same way, you know, like numbers or views or whatever. And I don't think that we do need to all be that girl, you know. I think that, you know, some people are destined, not that I necessarily believe in destiny, but I think some people are really built for, I like that phrasing much better, I think some people are really built for doing things like being a star, being, you know, on the go 24/7, like my best friend Bella, she's the funniest, cutest, best person I know. I love her more than anyone. She's so lovely. And she's just the most extroverted person I've ever met in my life, and I don't know how she does it. Like, she will be like, oh yeah, I'm like going to see my friends today, and then I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go out to here, and I'm gonna get boba, and then I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, don't you have a bus that you have to take to this other place at like 4 p.m.? And she's like, yeah, and I'm over here like, I need to like take a nap after I go to the grocery store. And I'm not super introverted either. They have this like ability to just draw people into them and like make people feel better just by being around them. She is so magic. And you know, some people are just like that, and they're meant to just be out there. And then there are some people where they are really, really just built for like a quiet, slow life where they live somewhere rural, there's not a lot of people around, and they are really content with their own company. And you know, that we're just all so different. And like, I always try to like put myself in all of these little boxes of like, I'm supposed to be this, or I should be this, or maybe I could be this. But I don't step back often enough and ask myself, what is actually working? What do I actually want? What is actually fulfilling me? Because there's a difference between enjoying something and being fulfilled by it, you know? And it's like, I want to do things that I enjoy, but I also want to figure out which of the things I enjoy are also really fulfilling for me, and then also what is sustainable for me. Because like, I'm neurodivergent, I've said it many times in this video, and then I also have a lot of on and off health issues. Speaking of which, I need to drink my water because one of my health issues is chronic dehydration. Wow, that was an absolutely perfect time for the memory card to fill up. Where was I? Little woozy. Losing a lot of blood. Oh yeah, but then also like, what is sustainable, right? Because as I've mentioned 80 billion times, I'm neurodivergent, I have health issues, like I have things that make existing harder, right? And I want to have time to do all of the creative things I want. And I think my ultimate goal is I would love to just do an eclectic amalgamation of things, right? Like maybe have one main focus that people really like to see. Like maybe like my mom thinks that I would be really, really good for doing reactions. And I really love doing that, like reactions and commentaries and like media analysis, like all in one. Like like watching something for the first time and kind of talk, because I'm a writer and an artist, and I want to write TV and movies and make those things and act in them. I do a lot of acting as well. I call myself She Had Too Many Projects for a reason. I'm a very eclectic person. But because of that, I feel like I can bring an interesting perspective to things because I have a really wide breadth of artistic background in my life, of things I've done and things I actively do. And I love analyzing media, and I love people. I find people so fascinating. And I love looking at how people write people and the kinds of stories we like to tell. And I also TV is one of my special interests. I really just have always really loved it, and it's always been a really big part of helping me understand the world and how to navigate it, and understanding different perspectives and different people. And I think it would be really, really fulfilling for me to do that. And I think I have something to bring to the table with that. And I feel that somewhere in my gut. So I really hope it's true, because I feel like that could be more sustainable in terms of creative output for me, because I really want to do something creative as my job. But the reaction thing is also not as physically demanding, which is really good, because even sitting here right now, my body hurts so bad. I'm in so much pain, and I don't really know why. But yeah, I think my ultimate goal is just to do like an eclectic mix of things and have people be interested in me as a person and be excited to see what I'm excited about, because a lot of my favorite people that I look at their creative stuff, like Katie, aka Thistle, and a bunch of different platforms, like she does YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I think Katie, I don't know her personally, they are so fascinating though. I think that they are completely brilliant, and I'm so curious about everything they put out, even stuff I had no previous knowledge of. Like, their work just speaks to my soul. Like, I just feel like, it's kind of that gut feeling thing where you just feel like you'd be really good friends with someone. I feel that with Katie. I'm interested in the things that they make and their opinions on things, and I just really get excited every time they post. And they're also immensely talented, which helps, of course. So everything they put out is gorgeous. But you know, things like that, you know, like I really want, I think, people to be interested in Lizzie as a person and want to see the things that I'm excited about. I think that's the dream, but in terms of like sustainably outputting things, I think like reaction, commentary, analysis videos would be really cool, especially for things like TV shows, because one of the things I love about TV is how much you're able to dig into characters, because my favorite shows are all character driven. Buffy, She-Ra, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Of course, the second you start thinking about things, you can't remember anything you like, right? I'm gonna kick myself later. Here's a list on screen of things that I love. But you know, I just, things, again, I find people so fascinating. I want to hear what people have to say. I want to see what they think, even if I don't agree with them. Even if a character is objectively a terrible person or making terrible choices, I'm so fascinated. Because if a writer is able to make these actions believable, make it feel like a real person, like make it feel true, there is nothing more brilliant than watching a character that feels like a person. There's a line in the TV show Dollhouse, the show by Joss Whedon. He sucks, but some of his shows are very good, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a line in Dollhouse, I think it's season 2, episode 1, and Topher, who is like God, how do you even explain Dollhouse? For those who haven't seen it, basically the premise of the show is there's a secret organization called the Dollhouse, and they wipe people's memories, people who volunteer, various level of volunteering, and in exchange for basically not existing for 5 years and not being aware of that time passing and letting their body be used for any number of things, they have a certain subset of painful memories erased from them when they have their life returned to them in 5 years and their contract is over, right? And during those 5 years, they get replaced with various personalities to do various things, whether it's stealing or being an escort, like having sex with someone and believing with all their heart that they're their wife or their girlfriend or their husband, or, you know, some prince from another country, whatever. Like, it could be anything. Topher, who's the lead scientist, who puts the imprints in people's brains to make them these new people who go out into the world and do these things. He's the guy that does that. And that's the character I'm talking about. In season 2, episode 1, Topher is talking to one of the actives, these people who gets imprinted and whatever, and they have a long-term imprint, so they've thought they were this person for a long time and just recently realized that they are not a real person, even though they feel like one. And Topher looks at them because they're having this existential crisis of like, what am I? Who am I? I don't understand these feelings, and, you know, how do I grapple with not actually existing when I clearly exist right now? But I'm not who belongs to this body, you know? And Topher looks over at them, he's like, you're a person. And they look at him and they just go, don't flatter yourself. You're not God. And I have never stopped thinking about that line since the moment I saw it when I was like 17. Like, what is the like, exploring just like the limits of like just people and brains and minds, and just like exploring how different people deal with different things. And I don't even know how to verbalize this. I'm much better at writing than I am at speaking. I'm much less eloquent of a speaker. It's a lot harder for me to get my thoughts out. I guess, like, the idea in that of like, are you creating a person, or are you creating a caricature of that? And that being a subject in a piece of fiction where the writer, every time we write, maybe that's why it resonates with me, is because I am a writer. Every time we make a character, we are playing God in a sense. We are saying, look at this person. This is a person, but they don't exist. They're not real. You know, and so to have Topher, this fictional character, and this fictional, like, piece of media saying, like, you're a person. And the other person, the girl turning to him and just being like, don't flatter yourself, you're not God. I'm not a person. Like, I don't know, there's just something about that is just stuck with me, and I think it is such an interesting, God, TV and the things that we can say with it, the stories we can tell in such a long form media, it's just, it will never cease to just fascinate me endlessly. God, all I want to do is make television. I think it is the best medium for exploring people and ideas about humanity and where just these lines cross. And you know, like in Dollhouse, it really explores like what makes a person. What is the person? Is the person the body? Is the person the mind? Is the person the feelings or the thoughts? And if those things can be manipulated, if you can be in another body, if another personality can be in your head and you no longer exist, do you actually stop existing, or is there some part of you that can't be erased? And then like exploring just in general, like how different people feel or think, and in media being able to explore just every kind of experience and every kind of opinion and every kind of thing that could ever happen in this world and any other we can imagine. Like, we're just such fascinating creatures, and the fact that we're even able to have these kinds of thoughts and existentialist meltdowns and whatever, like, it is so, oh, I just pulled hair out, ow, it's so cool. Like, how did we get here, and why do we do the things that we do, and how do we navigate the just raw experience of being alive? Like I said, like, it means so much to me, and I think a big part of that is that, like I said before, like, TV has helped me navigate through life in the world a lot of times when I'm struggling to articulate something personal to me. I will reference back to a piece of media and be like, when this character felt this or that, and make a metaphor of it. Because being able to relate to an experience and being able to see it and call back to it, and having, like, depending on how popular it is, a whole breadth of people that will understand what you mean on a more visceral level because of the common connection you can share because of watching that show. It's just so, it's like magic, you know? And I love that phrase, magic is science, just not yet understood. Like, I feel that way with media. I feel that way with people and with thoughts and with feelings, and I just, like, I viscerally feel that whenever I'm working with my dad, because my dad is a tech guy, right? And so he helps me set it up. And, like, when we were building my computer, just, like, looking at the circuit board, like the motherboard, and just, how does that work, you know? And it's, like, truly, like, it's no wonder we as humans thought all of these scientific things were magic. I almost said magnets. Magic in previous times, because it's like, what other explanation could there possibly be? This, like, I look at this circuit board and somehow it opens up the entire universe to me, all of the world and all of these people, and it's just this form of connection and, like, this portal to other worlds, you know? And it's like, all of that is just some metal encoding on a little thing that goes in a box. And I don't know, as a kid, I was so enamored with the world. I was so fascinated by it. Every single thing just amazed me. To be able to love the world again really deeply, in that same deep way. I never truly stopped loving it, but I was crippled by the fear of existing in it. And I really just want to exist in the space I did when I was really, really little, where I just, like, I'm so excited by just existing and by getting to experience just living in this world. My dad is leaving his room, so I will talk to you later. Okay, bye! I'm so nervous that you're in the room. I want cookies, so we're gonna bake. I have that fig jam I mentioned yesterday, and I don't know if I'm gonna make fig Newtons or if I'm gonna make like a thumbprint cookie situation and just stick the fig jam on top, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, baking time! Yay! Okay, I'm gonna stop filming my face now. Bye. Would that be that's a really small egg. Okay, so 2 3/4 divided by 2 is a really annoying measurement. 2.75 divided by 2 is 1.375. So I could do like 1 1/3 cup probably, and that would be about right. There's 10, and 3.75 is a little over 0.3, and 0.3 is almost a third of 10. Okay, I did these bowls backwards. How many times is Liz gonna switch the bowls? How much sugar? Half of what it's listed, so 1 1/4 cup turns into half plus an eighth. So we've got our sugar. And it says mix butter and sugar until combined. So it calls for 1 cup of butter, soft, which is my only option because I have ghee. I have 2 different ghees. I have a store-bought ghee and a ghee my mom made me. This one has some salt. This one I don't think has any. Yeah, no, there's no salt in this one, which is good because I put extra salt in that. So I think I'm gonna do 1/4 of a cup of this and 1/4 of a cup of this one. The one my mom made ended up, I don't know if the butter was just sweeter, but it ended up with a really caramelized flavor. And it's a little bit sweeter than usual. And this one I'm assuming is just gonna be normal. So, yeah, I'm using ghee. I have a milk allergy, but people with milk allergies most of the time can have ghee. And so I've been doing that, and it's been nice because it's a lot healthier than the, what is it called, vegan butter. I'm all for being vegan, but my stomach needs some real food. And starch is not always the answer, as much as I'd love it to be. Okay. I'm gonna get a different spoon because I don't want to pollute this stuff. Now we're gonna add the egg and vanilla extract. Okay. I'm gonna do this over the measuring cup because I'm scared. I don't want to get shell in it. Jeez Louise. Alright. It's been so long since I've cracked an egg. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. Cute. Okay, I did totally get shell in there though. And then how much vanilla do we need? 1 teaspoon, which I'm gonna stick with the 1 teaspoon because in my personal opinion, everything needs extra vanilla, so that's just who I am. My dad and I always put double the amount of vanilla in every cookie we make, and maybe even just a tiny splash more. Because why not? It's yummy. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. Oh my god. It smells like butterscotch. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little at a time. golden butterscotchy color too because I used the maple and coconut sugar, which is technically just granulated sugar. So I really didn't have to technically replace anything in this recipe to eat it, which is so cool. I can eat cane sugar, but I find that sometimes alternative sugars are a little easier on my body, especially when they're also super natural. And it's nice to have varied flavor in the sweeteners you use, in my personal opinion. I think that maple and coconut sugar together offer a really nice, like, complex sweetness to the different baked goods. Behold. Chill for at least 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna go stick this in the fridge and then I will be back to make the cookies. I'm gonna go clean all of this.
I'm excited. Oh,
Hi! Okay, so it is the 28th today, which, what day of the week is it? It's Sunday. That did say Sunday, right? Yes. I don't know my fruits. I've been filming for quite a few days and this has just been so much fun to film. I've got, up until finishing that Buffy video edited and ready to go in this vlog. I've just been working on it every night and staying up far too late doing that. But it's because I've been having so much fun. I haven't filmed a video like this before, really. But I love watching really long vlogs, and especially when it has to do with like different creative processes. And I don't know, yeah, I've been hankering to kind of show my friends and followers the kind of work that goes into a lot of the things I do. I keep saying bless you. I'm finally feeling a little bit better. I feel like I'm on the tail end of my period now. It's been really rough this month pain-wise, so I haven't been filming quite as much, and I think you saw, and you were probably able to see in the clips that I took of baking cookies yesterday, that I have my little frog with me. I don't know if I mentioned it at any point, but he's a heating pad, so I just boop, and then I'm better. But yeah, so if you ever see this little guy around, it means I'm in pain usually. Yeah, the last few days have mostly just been laying in bed, making cookies, eating cookies, and editing this video. I've never, like... That's not true. I did make a vlog once when I was in high school about painting a mural at my high school with all of the my friends in the art club. So I have edited a vlog before, but it's been math. It's too early for math. I've been working on my book, my TV show, and my fanfic. I'm currently working on a big Arcane fanfic. It's a Kate Vive fic. It's called The Second Too Late. You can find it on AO3 if you want. And it's kind of like what would happen if the hex gem, the hex, not hex core, hex tech gemstone in episode 1 didn't explode in Jace's apartment, and instead like Vi got caught, and kind of how the story and the world would change. And it's basically Caitlin and Vi going to high school together and all of these things, and I think it's a lot of fun. And apparently people agree, because this week I hit 10K hits on the story, which is just insane to me. Oh my god, I can't believe my story's been clicked on so many times. That is just bonkers. I've been getting so much love on the story since I started writing it back in 2022, and like especially recently. I think it's because the Arcane season 2 teasers dropped, a couple of them anyway. We got the Warwick Vander one, and we got the Jinx walking on the bridge one, and I think that kind of reignited people's excitement a little bit, because season 2 is coming out in November of this year. I'm so excited. But yeah, I've kind of had an influx of readers and comments, and it's been so amazing, and I'm even more excited to write it than I usually am. I kind of went through a writing slump the last few months, which I guess makes sense because I was busy moving across the world. But it's just, I don't know, I'm literally responding to comments as we speak. And it's just like the people are saying the darndest things, the nicest things. I just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love writing so much. And the fact that people not only want to read my writing, but feel drawn to say something to me about my writing, that they liked it, that it evoked an emotion in them, that they felt something while reading it, it is like, it warms my little heart, and it honestly gives me so much more confidence with my other projects that involve writing, like the book I'm working on, like the TV show I'm writing, like everything, you know. And oh my goodness. Yeah, also, I did draw a little bit this week, but I don't think I filmed it at all. I've been recording a speed paint for it, so I'll put like some of the work in, I'll scooch over. I'll put some of the work in progress speed paint clips right here, but it's a little poster to celebrate 10K hits on A Second Too Late. And I'm really excited about it. Vi's face is not working out, so I've got to workshop that, but I don't know. I'm just really excited and honestly pretty emotional about the amount of support and love that I've been getting on this work. It's a story that I really wanted to tell, and Arcane is a show that means a lot to me, as I know it means a lot to a lot of people, and it's just so fun to get to share in that fandom community space. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling a lot of feels this week. Also, the Kendra and Buffy video got a really good response online as well. Everyone has been so sweet with that. Whenever I make things that I enjoy making and then I put it out there, it's kind of like, I don't know if people are going to respond to this or if people are going to like it, but the fact that people have been recently reacting to positively and responding to the things that I make, and it is affecting them positively, even if it's just in the sense of like a couple seconds of like, oh, that was cool. Like, that is just the best feeling as a creative person to me. Like, it's just I'm so just as much as I've been creatively frustrated recently, I've been feeling very creatively fulfilled as well. That constant duality of being human, constant contradictions. I need to, at some point, get back to work on working on my big Baldur's Gate 3 cosplay project. That's going to have its own dedicated behind-the-scenes video. I've been filming the whole process, but I haven't been working on it recently because I kind of hit a wall with it, and I needed a break. And my shoulder has been giving me a little bit of trouble, so I haven't been drawing quite as much. Because I've made an obscene amount of art in the month of January. I don't know if I've ever been able to turn out this amount of work in a month since maybe I was 17, 18. It's been years, and it's not work in the sense of like feeling like I have to do it. It's more work in the sense of like genuinely wanting to make and being able to act on that. I've had a lot of health issues the last few years, and being able to be in this space now where I'm able to do as much as I have done this month, it's very emotionally overwhelming. For today. I've had so much fun making this video, and I am definitely planning on making more behind the scenes videos of my work and potentially more vloggy type things. I didn't leave the house this week because like I said, I've been feeling pretty under the weather, but I've had a lot of fun, and I just anyway, oh my gosh. Ugh. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I hope you had a nice time hanging out with me. I hope you did some fun stuff while watching it. I know when I watch a really long video, I like to do art or crochet or do something with my hands. I think that's really fun. So, yeah, hope you had a good time. Drink water, because dehydration fucking sucks. Take it from someone chronically dehydrated, and yeah, have a lovely day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me share my creative process with you a little bit. It's so fun to get to just ramble about the things I'm interested in. I can see why a lot of neurodivergent people take to YouTube videos, because I just get to talk about my hyperfixations and my creative stuff, and it's fantastic. Anyway, tell me about you in the comments, or like DM me on Instagram. At lunchtime be damned. I want to know all of the things. I want to meet you people. I like making friends. Okay, thanks for I don't know how to end videos. Thank you so much for watching, and cue Vampire Willow.
Questions? Comments?
Bye.